Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. Many of you are patiently waiting on the continuity of story with this 2006 Toyota Highlander Hybrid in the limited trim. We already introduced this vehicle and filmed its story on this channel in the last week. Basically, if I will summarize it, this vehicle had a steam coming from underneath the hood, was immediately after that driven to the shop. Shop was apparently not interested in this work or saving this vehicle because they said we pressure tested the engine cooling system, it failed, so you have blown head gaskets, most likely warped heads. The repair will be $7,000 to $10,000, so the result is go ahead and throw it away. The owner of the vehicle said, no, we just bought it and it has only like 107,000 miles on the odometer, only 107,000 miles on the odometer. And they said, no, we need a second opinion on this. So they carefully towed it to my shop, left it outside, and I started filling the cooling system, the radiator, and basically what I discovered, there is that water I was putting in, it was immediately gushing out from the area of the water pump. It was immediately flowing out. I couldn't even fill it up. So we filmed this story that the diagnose was absolutely crazy. Most likely the vehicle can be saved. We discussed it's equipped with the water pump, which is driven by the timing belt. And we closed the video. This is the continuity. And I will call this video a miracle. Toyota miracle. If you are here with me, you will see all these parts all over the floor as I get organized. Everything is lined up with its bolts and so on, so I know what to do with it. And now comes the moment you guys are waiting for. Here is that hybrid system. There are the stickers which are not filled out. There are two stickers for timing belt job, which if you consider the mileage, it has 107,000 miles. So somebody, the previous owners, most likely did the timing belt and water pump job at 80,000 miles. It was the old owners, not the current owners. They probably driven it only 5 or 10,000 miles when that overheating problem happened. And now, finally, without a further delay and Peter's stories, let's look on the area of the timing belt. And here is, guys, absolute shock. And in my opinion, the miracle just happened. So what you are looking at is the timing belt right here. But that belt should be approximately twice so wide, or almost 3 times. It should be covering this whole pulley. And what we can see here, and this is the water pump, as I said in the previous video, I said I hear the metallic grinding noise from the water pump, and right in center of your screen is the water pump pulley. The one on top, it's an idler, but this is the water pump. And what we can see here, if you have been standing here with me, the pulley is crooked. It's not straight. That bearing, which is around the shaft, collapsed, and the pulley, instead of being this way, it's like this way slightly. And because it's leaning this way, it's forcing the timing belt towards to the engine. And I believe right around there, we can change the lighting. This will be more radical and I can zoom on it. I believe right around there actually it's where that belt was basically grinding itself off. Do you see that white edge on the timing belt? Not the outer, which is on the left, but the inner edge towards to the engine. It has that white discoloration. It was actually grinding itself away, grinding on the engine, and that's why we are missing big chunk of it. Look how narrow it became. Hondas have a narrow timing belts, but this is Toyota. They are always super wide. I don't have the new one to show you because apparently there are two kinds for this year. 2006 was split year, and you can have up to, I think, 10, 2005. It depends on the months. So this timing belt has to be ordered. It will be overnighted. I cannot continue today. Nobody has the right one here. So there are two kinds. Both of them will be more than double wide, typical Toyota. And what do you see here inside of this cam pulley? The light is there. Do you see all these fibers? Well, that's actually all of that mass you see inside here. All of this you're looking right now at is the material of the timing belt. These are fibers from it as it was shredded and collected inside of this engine. Now, why will I say this is a miracle? Well, my friend, you have to consider this fact. This is called 3MZN FE. If the timing belt breaks, this is called interference engine. That means that if you drive and this belt pops, it will immediately cause the situation when the pistons will hit the valves, and the damage will be so big that the whole engine is basically throwaway. If you look on the remaining material of this timing belt, this could have had happen every second. There's basically nothing really left. There's this huge mess which you are looking with me at. I'm so glad I'm able to film it. I have time. We can also transfer right here the parts which were removed. I look at this accumulation of those fibers. This is the cover which was right above. Here was the water pump pulley. This is what you saw from outside, and this is what was collected inside. And this is not a dirt or some grass straw. That's that timing belt itself. So it's a miracle. This is absolute miracle. These people almost lost their vehicle because there will be no reason to repair that. Since it's older, I know she has only 107,000 miles. They normally last approximately up till 300,000 miles. I see them still functioning. But look at this mayhem, look at this craziness. This was grinding and cutting that timing belt as it was forced towards the engine by the failed water pump pulley. I wish you can see how sideways it is. Maybe you see, I'm looking at the monitor of that camera. I don't know if you can see that it's off. Maybe you actually see it right now. I'm assuming. What will be the reference? The pulley above it. The idler pulley, this one is straight. There's no failure. The bolt is there. Everything is there. If you compare them, you can see that water pump pulley, it's sideways. I hope you do. So this caused the leak right? The shop which said, oh, we pressure tested the cooling system through the radiator. Well, they couldn't because it was just puking the coolant around this pulley. That's where it all was gushing out underneath those covers, which are now removed, so nobody could see it, what's happening there. This is what was happening, and you see the results. It is continuously still dripping the coolant. There's even more stuff which already fell out here on the ground. Here is a look from different angle. Look how much is still caught right here. How much that fiber is sitting there. I didn't touch it on purpose. I want to show you first. So I set the bottom on the 0, which is visible there. You don't have to have a timing belt cover. You can see the marks on front cam. There's a white spot. Is the light too strong actually? Now you see probably the white on the cam and one white on the cover. And I looked on the back. You need to use the mirror. It's hard to see there. But also the mark, timing mark, which actually you see a little bit. It's matching the notch on the top. So this belt, guys, was a miracle. Despite the fact it was grinded in the width of less than half, it kept the timing together. It didn't fail, and the pistons didn't hit the valves. Now I confirmed everything. I can remove that timing belt and show you the difference with another one. I am actually able to show you the difference in width. So look at that. That's how it will look tomorrow when I get new one. This is used one, but I have them laying around. And this is the one which shredded, cut itself on this side. Look at the difference. Let's go and zoom on the detail of that distraction. That's the area which was being cut and removed, grinded away by touching, hitting some part of the engine. Incredible, isn't it? And let's finish this video with looking at that water pump. I will say in this case, this is not a mistake of a tech, it's a failed part. So, do you see this heat? That means the water pump ceased. It stopped rotating for some reason, and that's where the belt was sliding over it, around, and creating that hot spot. Now observe the play, the huge play on the water pump pulley. Do you see that? This normally is absolutely steady without any play. And this is what caused that entire problem. Let's have a listen together of that grinding noise. Completely failed bearing. And that's what I heard when I very briefly started up this engine when it came to my shop. There are surprisingly no more damages to any other components. When I heard the noises and so on, I didn't know what's going on there, but you saw all the details. The main crank sensor, everything seems to be covered by those fibers, but totally fine. And that's because the belt really kept together. It was grinding itself off, but never snapped and ripped some parts apart. So I will prepare myself, do the thorough cleaning and preparation for tomorrow when all the parts will arrive. There will be no more filming. I'm sliding into the schedule of the Forerunner, which is coming tomorrow for different work, and I cannot be tinkering with the camera. So I hope you enjoyed that. I did enjoy that. The landlord's crew came to look at it too. Everybody enjoyed that. because this is not very common, that the belt will keep holding because the pump failed. This is not common. Normally they snap and break. This one was the hero. It saved the world. Definitely saved this car. So I think this is a positive video. Good for the owners. Good for environment. There will be another hybrid Highlander driving around, saving the world. And everybody will be happy ever after, I guess. If you like this video, please give it a thumb up and stay tuned. I have way more coming your way soon. Thank you for watching and have a great day.